But Lars Forberg holds no safety fears for the Anna's maiden ocean-bound voyage.
The more people of us up there, the easier for everyone, sort of thing, the more hands, the easier for everyone. I don't think, like I said before, with the world's TV crews focusing on the island, I don't think anything's going to go seriously wrong.
And the trip's not without an element of international trade.
Well, we've been kindly donated a whole heap of muesli from Hubbard's, and we're actually storing more than we can eat, and hopefully when we get up to the islands we can swap it for a bit of fresh greens and fruit and stuff.
Crew member Chris Lucas made his last contact with land as he pushed the Anna out. The adventure into the Pacific carrying not just the resolve of the 4 crew, but the heartfelt support of those left behind. Paul Hobbs, News at 7.
Anna expect to be away for 3 months. Todd Nile, News at 7.
Being out there in the ocean is sort of gives you a bit of a feeling of insignificance.
A spell around the exclusion zone providing.
And the water appeared out of the rain and fog, and decided they'd like to pay us a visit. That was. I didn't really get frightened that time. It was Lars was concerned that we'd lose the boat because every other boat they boarded they took. The main highlights for me was at moruroa, dancing around with the French there on the waves. It was tiring, and it was something I've never done.
They sent out a big Vietnam War gunship type helicopter there, and it hovered right on top of the mast, and I was sure he was going to drop some commanders on the boat.
The 30-year-old vessel's just 38 feet long, making it the second smallest boat to go to the atoll, but its skipper says it did him proud.
We had the odd time when we got fed up with being tossed around and maybe a little bit nauseous, but nothing severe. We had one crew member that was seasick more or less the whole trip to moruroa from here.
Despite the continued testing by the French, the crew believed the voyage was a success.
I do think that it helped keep the focus on moruroa and on the testing of nuclear weapons in the Pacific, and so for that reason it was definitely really worthwhile.
The crew are uncertain of their futures, but another such mission could be in the pipeline.
I've been looking forward to being back for months out there in those big seas. It was I'm back in New Zealand sitting in my dad's lounge watching telly.
Spend a bit of time on the land and look at the trees and soak up the green rather than the blue.
The people of Tibet, for example, they are struggling the same way that Polynesians are doing about trying to get the Chinese to stop their nuclear testing in Tibet, which is another issue I feel strongly about. Maybe we can do something about that.
The Anna will now head back to Warkworth before being dry docked for an extensive overhaul. Boyd, News at 7.